Quietly now. Want to try me?
Sorry!
I read this already. What? Talking to myself.
You won't get any mercy from me. Rest with us.
Not shooting at me. I wasting my fucking time for, bro?
But it's fun.
Oh no, never mind. You can really fast travel through shit. Never mind. Fucking supernova difficulty, dude. Why did I put it on this?
You're dumb.
I'm fucking thirsty already, bro. $90, 91 to 92 degrees Celsius. This game makes my CPU very hot.
Do you open your PC and clean it?
I haven't in a while.
I at least do it every month.
Yeah, but how much do you actually get out of it?
A lot. I got like those mini can compressors.
Yeah, I get that too, and it doesn't do shit.
What I do is I clean like the fans are dirty as shit. And I get like a compressor and I get like earlobes. And like go into the like the fan parts one by one.
Yeah, I should probably really clean my fans like that. But
My computer opens from both sides. I can
yeah, so
take.
does mine.
Oh yes, I do that. So, yeah. Right now it's clean, and there's like a filter in the bottom. I don't know if yours has that. Is it?
With the power supply?
No. At the bottom of like the very bottom of your computer.
Yeah, I think it does actually.
Yeah. So right now my computer's clean. I've never had my super hot like you're saying, like 90 degrees.
Here we go.
Or do you actually keep track of your temperatures?
How do you?
Sorry, after
Here goes nothing.
to program.
Everyone all right?
I have it displayed at the top of my screen, my GPU percentage in degrees and my CPU degrees, and I looked it up, and I mean it's fine the way it is. Honestly.
Well
I
done.
mean, when it gets up to 92 with this game, like, it's a little bad, but overclocked CPUs usually go up to 90 degrees, so it's. I have to worry about it overheating if it gets to like 105, 100, then I gotta start worrying. But 90s, has been its absolute peak that I've seen it get to. They're supposed to run into in the like 80s, at least 80 when you're gaming.
I'll make my way there.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far. Gotcha. Sure, on my way.
On my way.
I'm going! I'll fix you right up! Nice one! Get up!
Guys, that everybody? Fuck yeah, baby, let's go. I was having such a hard time trying to do this last night, and I just walked in and gunned everybody down, bro.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways. What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
I just killed all your friends. Where the fuck are you going?
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Also, he could carry on a conversation, unlike these hooligans. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to. I'm great at clarifying.
Man, I'm 2 and 5.
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague
My team is
and
good.
stealing some medicine to treat myself.
Like,
I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
Dude, my computer always resets my volumes in games.
like when I played
Puts
Jesse,
it back to 100. What?
when I played Jesse like 3 weeks ago, I scored 100.
I don't know. The
You
vital
lost.
processes that
And I
constitute
lost.
the
Jesse
miracle of
scored
life are
200.
mysterious
Like,
and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these
It's
guys?
insane.
The Marauders wouldn't
Jesse's
hurt
team
me. They
is just
love
too
me.
good right now.
I'm practically their queen.
When you have
It
Christian
must be
McCaffrey
my
and
natural
Dalvin Cook,
charisma.
it's like impossible. Losing. Week 5, week 6.
I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it. I've got all the time in Halcyon.
But I won this week. Playoff run.
Better hope so.
Yeah, if I lose this, but I'm in other 2 other games. So I'm betting at least one that I could win at least one.
Oh, plasma rifle.
What?
Said, ooh, a plasma rifle.
Tail?
No, but it's an outer space game. Pretty standard stuff. Even Fallout has plasma weapons.
I like how I lose. So, like,
Oh my god, that mine scares the shit out of me, dude.
but then I beat someone with like only scoring 86 points.
Fuck, if this was Fallout, I'd be dead right now. Oh my lord. Wow, that shit's got me fucked up, dude. You just fucking shush me?
Ooh.
You.
Shit. Who the fuck takes a shower at 11:30 at fucking night?
I'm sure a lot of people do.
I don't know. I have to pee so bad. Yes, to go in the shower.
Okay, outside.
I always do that.
Get out your window.
My windows leads to like a little balcony.
Yeah, I know. Go
I'm
on the
not in that
balcony and
room
pee.
anymore. I'm in a different room,
Oh.
but it also has a bigger balcony.
Pee off the balcony.
No,
I guess you gotta hold it in.
got up on this Cat 7 fire. So much better. Especially no, I think I don't know what changes. Is the difference? Is it the router or the Ethernet cable that I bought? Or
Maybe
is it
both.
both?
Probably both.
We getting Modern Warfare or what?
Nope.
Oh, I think I'm a Bubble gave me Modern Warfare 2 free, but then I realized that's hilarious. And follow with that.
Why is that so funny?
It's World War II.
Oh, it's
They
World
gave
War II. Well, they said it was
yeah.
Modern Warfare 2.
No, you think they're gonna give me that shit for free?
Modern Warfare 2 on Steam? Yeah.
No, not Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare.
That definitely not. Maybe.
That they gave me BattleTech, Avernum 2, Avernum 3, Override, Vector City Mall, Planet Alpha, plus Girl Scouts, Mission, Last Trigger, Other Gunship, Slay the Slayer, State of Mind.
State of what?
State of Mind.
Oh.
Here we go.
We were destined to prevail. mercy on you. I won't. Excellent hit.
Fucking cleaning these places up that were wrecking me last night, bro.
That was quick.
Does that number mean how many you can use? I'm over encumbered. Christ. Never got it. Nice. Clean this place the fuck up. Can you respawn? Oh, they did.
You are. Here we go.
Captain!
Oh, bitch, you're gonna die.
I see you there.
Everyone alright?
Your teammates die so easily in this game, dude. And if on the difficulty I'm on, if they die, dude, they're dead. That's it. They're done.
We got a phone.
Got him. Here I go.
Never anger a man of the cloth. Subtle
pretty
work,
good this-
Captain.
Easy.
Time changes all things. Even Reed's stranglehold over Edgewater must inevitably yield to the attrition of time.
You watch a lot of Netflix, Mike?
No,
Why not?
because I don't. Simple as that.
What?
It's because I don't.
Start anew. Edgewater will become the town it was meant to be. A place where we live in harmony with the world. Where none of us writhe under the whips of corporate masters. A place where all are welcome. Except for Reed's supporters, of course.
She was not up here.
I'm gonna head out.
Alright, bro, peace.
See you. Enjoy your weekend down the shore.
I won't. Thanks.
Alright.
is where the magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens here.
I never got a chance to thank you for hearing me out. Gave me the courage to ask for a job in the workshop. No kidding! Really? Well, which one? Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment. Well, don't keep me in suspense. Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit. I'm happy when I'm working with my hands. Just gotta convince them to let me use the workshop.
I've been feeling pretty lonely.
I've never actually been in here.
What is it? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway? Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you. Hard to say. Without Reed, we've got the run of the town. Adelaide went on about living in harmony with one another and whatnot. We'll see if it comes to pass.
Wish we had some better rations.
Why is it red?
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Music to my... Spacer's... Music...
Is junk just to sell? Like, I don't want to sell anything because I need it. No, I think I'm supposed to sell it all. Fucking fall damage in this game is ridiculous. Water? Why is it harder to get water in this game than it is in Fallout?
We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Gosh, no, Captain. I aim to stay so long as I'm welcome. I figured Junlei and I could confabulate over wireless, or by message. And maybe when we put into Groundbreaker, I could stop by to visit her sometimes. But only when you don't need me with you. I abso-surely can. I'm a passing fair mechanic. Even Mr. Thompson would have said it's my only skill. But I'm used to working on cannery lines, AG loaders, and the like. There's tricks about ships I ain't learned yet. All I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole station has forgot more than I ever learned. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Take someone to watch your back, please.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick, I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little fat bitch
Getting
rat,
cute with me.
I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Going for a stroll around the docking base? Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs. Yeah, because I knocked my foreman out with a tossball stick. But, to be fair, I wasn't the one who started it. The guy was insulting my Rizzo's Rangers. Look, if it's a crime to defend your favorite tossball team against slander and calumny, well then lock me right up. Only the finest group of tossball players ever to take the field. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. Exactly. I was only doing what any self-respecting Rangers fan would have done. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. You know something? I am lucky. I ought to raise a glass of zero-G to my fortune, if I had the bits. Hey, not for nothing. But I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? So your ship's got a dark and violent history? This is just too perfect. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. Oh, thank the law. I could use a diversion. Tell me more then. Really sell it to me. Not fond of that story. It lacks dazzle. What else have you got?
Just believe me.
Please, you can do better than that. Where's the drama? I like where this is headed. What happened to this, vile kidnapper? You must feel terrific. Good for you. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. Can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. Not gonna lie, you're in a pickle. But Udom's an interesting guy. Might be y'all could come to accords if you play your cards right. Huh. Records show this ain't the first time your ship's been impounded. Seems to get cleared up pretty quick. You might not be in this pickle for long. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Now, hold on, it'll just take a minute. Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. Of course. What am I to you but the guy who's got his eye on your ship? Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. You noticed, huh? They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. Sounds like, yeah. But from where I sit, it's all coming through loud and clear. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing. Be seeing you.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
I'm sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's it's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget. Have a look.
Why is it so hard to find water?
Are you listening to me, Emperor? You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Emperor? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
Okay.
Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. You say that like it's weird. I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Oh my god.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die? Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details. Right, right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm. That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do
fucking
now?
rat.
The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? It's personal business, I'm afraid.
So I can turn
Miserably,
him in right
terribly
now, huh?
personal.
That's...
I hope you don't take my reticence the wrong way. I shouldn't have said anything. Now, how might I assist you?
You know what's happening on Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in dispute with the rent. The news packet had the task force.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
What?
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Good cookies.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. and they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws, maybe I should charge you double.
So that's a no?
Bless your heart. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently. And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide. Quite the opposite, I believe. Nothing terribly secret about gunfire, is there? If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake? I like that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies. Law bless your Adams. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Captain, could I have a moment of your time?
What do you
Captain,
want?
If I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. That's a good question. Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures. Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems. Thank you, Captain.
still getting...
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? We also have a line of specialized melee weapons for those times.
That's how much I sell it for, jeez.
Well,
It's so weird. So now he's stuck on a helmet for the rest of my game. I can't take him off if I wanted to. Is there a reason?
What's going on with you lately? You seem down.
Board Patrol Nick different.
CNP, I can't believe it's not forced. It's unbelievable how good it is.
What seems to be... If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. Request... I'm afraid patient Matt... Take care.
Oh, this is not the sick bay? That's the medical bay.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
CNP Borston Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borston Baked.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. They're terror-fried. Fresh from the ground.
How the fuck do I get over there?
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. Have you seen this man? Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Has to be over here, right?
Who there? Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill.
I think this is a bad place to go.
Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. Woo! Look at the courage on this one. Lay it on me, boss. Give me a taste of that fiery primal spirit. Passing through. This is dead-end territory. But you talk like you're on a journey. The path matches your step, stretches out ahead of you. Yeah. The second floor is my place. Off limits to the likes of you. Whatever business brings you down to my domain, keep it local.
Oh.
Smells kind of like old Wes's outflow pipes.
Greg gave me a taste of the good stuff. I've been tripping.
Careful with that shit. You'll end up as
Live
crazy
free,
as he is.
die free.
Nothing else
crazy
matters.
to live in this universe. Crazy cosmos.
Back bays.
Crazy
All the homies.
cosmos.
Can you imagine being frozen for 10 years, sailing through space in a room such as this?
Yeah, I think my character was.
Not another step in that direction, friend. Neighbor from above. Ship got impounded. The crew and I racked up a debt while we were grounded, and my baby got sold to Sublight. Scrapped for parts. That's bureaucracy for you. Piracy with a smile. Am I your dark reflection? Shit, must be getting old. Stay here too long, and the groundbreaker drains you like a fuel tank.
How the Christ do I get over here, bro? Oh, wow, it's a fucking door.
Those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. Good for you. Hope you scared some sense into those bureaucrats giving you trouble. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Not a problem, Captain. Ask away. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Then you know it's a den of criminals and miscreants. Unfortunately, I'll need to ask you to return. You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy. Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me to preserve this ship's independence. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
This is Halcyon News.
Maybe he'll tell me where they are.
Neighbor from a...
You get that automech patch? Greg wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
I mean, I'm friends with him. Why can't I come down and be like, yo, I need these parts? You know, so the ship don't get so hot. I have to go upstairs.
You're the first person I've seen who talked their way past McRed. That may not sound like much, but take my word for it. Wow. I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
No!
Be seeing you, stranger.
I'm not done talking to you! What the fuck is this?
I'll keep quiet.
Free, die free.
What's that thing I got? So can I not use it?
Nothing else matters.
Not another step in that direction, friend. Neighbor fr... That...
I literally can't. Oh. Looks like we're fighting our way through. Oh, oh. No, I don't think so.
I'm going.
bullshit. Wake up. There's no such thing as pizza. It's all open-faced pasta.
You've been getting into the boss's special stash again, haven't you?
Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures. Incoming!
That's not good. That's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah, I died instantly. I died instantly. Died instantly. Crazy. I don't understand why the road is not here. It's upstairs. I guess that's when it saves. The save's going down.
You get that automech patch? McRed wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
You're the first. Junlei sent me down to collect the parts we need to fix the radiators. McRed got me all distracted sucking fumes and talking about the cosmos.
Youth these days have no principles.
I can't tell if you brought friends or if I'm still seeing things, so maybe I ought to lay off the fumes and head back to work. I'll get back to my post.
Got it. Inside voices.
This guy's just gonna stand there all day, bro. I don't know what this thing is, but I want to take it.
What do you think you're doing? Go on, before I change my mind.
Whatever I want, I said.
Not another step in that direction, friend. Where did that shooting crystal go? Shoot on sight, Jester!
Today's my birthday.
Oh yeah? Fuck your birthday.
Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
do I just run for it?
What the?
Here they come!
Peace! Chase me upstairs! Dare you! Fucking easy. Fucking walked right in.
This is Halcyon News.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed.
94 degrees, jeez.
Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation. More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Oh. What the fuck?
Coming back.
Sounds like there's one right fucking here.
Good news? Song tells me the security mechanics booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic sensors reports are immune from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill. Speak fast if you can. Shoot fast.
That's not good.
Here goes nothing. Can't get past that armor.
I'm en route, Captain.
Sure, on my way.
I'll take your confession now.
Fucking robots! Dude, that's... It's nuts. Fucking save points suck ass, dude.
You get that automech patch? Fred wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a...
Here's the.
What do you think? You're free to go.
Whatever I want, bitch.
Not another step in that direction, friend.
Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
Here they come!
I wonder if this will let us save again. Gotta take advantage of saving somehow.
This is Halsey.
You've
Don't worry, Miss.
I'm.
I don't have any of those caffeine pills with me. No one. Oh, here we go. Is this it? No.
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Clear up the reading.
That one's done for.
Don't mess with us.
The fuck hit me?
Some tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about it. Speak fast if you can.
Who would like to die first?
I'll fix you right up! No hard feelings, okay? Here we go!
Coming back! This is bad!
That's so easy.
This is Halcyon News.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work.
Don't worry.
way.
I'm going!
He's hit.
Fucking kidding me?
Subtle work, Captain.
You got it, Captain!
Here's a little trick I learned in prison. Coming over to you.
Sure.
Target located.
Heading back.
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. And if you don't know what that means, just look for a command that says cycle droplet pumps.
There's a fucking...
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisements for the following story. Concerns... Citizens often ask why there aren't enough...
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Oh no. Well, they're on you forever, girl. Oh, I made it look stupid.
Groundbreaker's safe from...
CNP Borston Big. Beans. When you need to eat low, Borston Big Beans is the only one.
It's almost time for today's episode of the... Yeah. Any...
Why do you want me to come talk to her? Oh.
You want a punch? You've got your punch right here.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with. I could spend hours. So.
If it isn't the savior, be seeing you.
By Verit.
Assume going in there's not a good idea.
Hey, that pad down there, with the lights off?
Just asshole don't buy my shit, bro. You fucking Han Solo over here?
Fancy running into you again.
In front of
Don't
my
mind
ship.
me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. You're serious? You're giving me a shot? All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang. Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
Sorry. He's funny.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress. Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together.
I thought that was real good, Felix.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. What do you think? Am I in? Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this. I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
You got a crew now, Felix.
Warning, intruders will be... Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Captain. How can I... Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No! No, no, no!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw. Mm-hmm.
What is that thing I got? I don't get it. Where did I
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick?
Temperature?
What? No. If it were, I'd be hollering loud enough to wake the dead. So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my data pad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet.
Is she a lesbian?
Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. The trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. It made my chest hurt, kinda. I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold. When folks start implying you're a little different from an automechanical, you start to wonder. I guess I just needed to talk. I'm feeling a touch better. Thanks for hearing me out, Captain. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel? They were... close, Captain. Like, more than friends close. I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope? Maybe for you. I start thinking about all the things she could say and my guts start crawling up my throat. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll do it on my lonesome. But I'd feel better if someone I trusted was there.
I see. Okay, well, that's gonna have to wait for next time. I have to, have plans tomorrow, so to call it an earlier night than I would usually. I would love to keep playing, but unfortunately, got shit to do. Well, thanks anybody that stopped by, anybody's watching this on YouTube. I appreciate it a lot. Y'all have a good night.